Welcome to Tyler's Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is August the 18th, 2022. We're going to be talking about AEW results because we had a big return for the Trios Championship Tournament. We found out who will team up with Young Bucks for the Trios Championship. And ladies and gentlemen, we had this long segment. I was going to fall asleep. We heard CM Punk. He had a whole bunch of words to say. He called out Hangman Adam Page to have a rematch, and Hangman Adam Page didn't come out. And then he wants to talk about Jon Moxley, the interim world champion. And we're supposed to have this match for the unification match for the world titles at All Out. But to end this whole segment, because I don't remember what they said, because they said a lot of words. CM Punk said a lot of WWE stuff, like Jon Moxley and the Shield, that he's not the best one of the Shield and all that stuff. Of course, they had to talk about WWE. There's nothing that they could talk about anything else instead of about WWE. Again. And again. And again. So, ladies and gentlemen, they had a brawl. I got the yawns right now. They had a brawl. They fought each other. Even the brawl, the brawl was long. Like, every time they get Jon Moxley out of the ring, Jon Moxley comes back. Man, the security guards were not really good. They didn't really do a good job to take out Jon Moxley out of the ring and take him out. But and then Tony Nese was supposed to have a match, and then he got attacked by Jon Moxley. And then Jon Moxley calls out CM Punk and says, let's not wait until All Out. Let's do this match right now. But we heard the unification match will be next week. I think that's kind of dumb if they're going to do it next week. I hope something happens. But ladies and gentlemen, next we had our first match is the 2 out of 3 falls match between Bryan Danielson and Daniel Garcia. It was a pretty decent match. It was a little long and too much technician stuff. Not a big fan of the technician. I think it's kind of boring. But some people think it's pretty good. Pretty cool. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Bryan Danielson. Congrats. And then Bryan Danielson was about to have a handshake with Daniel Garcia until Chris Jericho run down and attacked Bryan Danielson. And then when Daniel Garcia stopped Chris Jericho with the beating of Bryan Danielson, and Chris Jericho wasn't happy. He says, you better think of your next move, what you want to do. And if you might get kicked out of the Chris Jericho team. So let's see what happened there. Let's see what's going to happen. I believe they're supposed to talk next week of what's going to happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, next we got the Gun Club. We'll be versing Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison in the match. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match, it was a short match, was the Gun Club. Billy Gunn was proud of his sons and all that stuff, and they group hug each other until Stokely Hathaway came out. And then the sons, Colton and Austin, just attacked Billy Gunn. And then, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the Acclaim to save Daddy Gunn. And ladies and gentlemen, they did their, they did their thing. I don't know if I'm allowed saying it or I'm allowed showing you it, so let's not do that. But they did the things. They did the thing that they do every single time. Then we had Tony Storm versus Kylan King. The winner of that match was Toni Storm, because she is the number one contender to the AEW Women's World Championship. Then we had Andrade, Rouge, and Dragon Lee in the first round of the Trios Championship. They will be versing Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, and their mystery partner, the returning from North Carolina. I know they said he goes to the airport in North Carolina. I think isn't he from there? But ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Omega makes his return to the AEW. People have been waiting for this return. Nobody cared about the Dom Wessel making a return. Even JR wasn't happy Dom was making his return. He told him to shut up because he wouldn't stop saying something about injuries. But ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Omega makes his return. He had a new outfit on. He had a black shirt on, and I'm guessing he's still a little recovering because looks like he had like things to help his arm out, and he had a little ring rust. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy for him to come back. Looks like he's a face now. He's a good guy now. The question is, can Dom West be a good guy? Because he's the manager of the Kenny Omega, and if he's a good guy, that means Dom West is going to be a good guy. He was a heel commentary when he was part of Impact Wrestling. He was a heel when he turned down Impact Wrestling's commentary to manage Mr. Kenny Omega. Can he turn into a good guy? JR doesn't like him very much. But the winner of that match is the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, advancing to the tournament for the Trios Championship. But ladies and gentlemen, we saw Andrade untying the mask of Dragon Lee because he's the one that got pinned. He was unmasking Dragon Lee. And then the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega was about to leave until they saw Andrade doing his DDT onto Rouge's, tagged his brother. He did a DDT, and then they just took his mask off, and it looks like about the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega was about to help Dragon Lee, and then the show just ended. I don't know why they did that, but yeah. So there's a lot of family affairs that just got beat up here. Ricky Steamboat got himself a little punch by attacking one of the 2.0 guys from Chris Jericho's team. So yeah. Why do I have the yawns? So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's the AEW results. I got some news for the Destiny Wrestling. If you guys didn't know, if you guys are not going, or you are going, but I think it's going to be interesting. They got a new main event, and ladies and gentlemen, I get to see the former Ring of Honor World Champion in action against the current Destiny Champion and Impact World Champion, Josh Alexander. Jonathan Gresham will be in the main event of the Destiny Wrestling that I'm going to. That is pretty cool, and I can't wait. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I will see you guys on Impact Wrestling results, because we have a big no one contendership 6-man elimination match to face the Impact World Champion Josh Alexander at Bound for Glory. I believe what it is. I don't think it's on the next pay-per-view. I think they say Bound for Glory. And we got Bandito, Rich Swann, Sammy Callahan, Moose, Steve Macklin, and Eddie Edwards. Those 6 men will fight for a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. We have an X Division Championship match. Mike Bailey will face Chris Bay. We have a fatal four-way match with the X divisions. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see Ray Horace, Black Taurus, Ladle Kid, and Trey Miguel in a 4-way match. I can't wait. We're going to see Killer Kelly in action. Can't wait to see what this Impact Wrestling is going to have. There's going to be a lot of crazy things happening here. Mike Bennett and Matt Taven does not get a shot at the tag titles, but Kenny King finally gets his hands onto Heat. So let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen, on Impact Wrestling. That's all for today. And you know what to do when you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys tomorrow. Time is out. Bye!